is the Glass Cannon Network.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Voyagers of the Jump. Question for you all, apropos of nothing, like nothing at all. What's your favorite fictional death?
Favorite fictional death? Oh, boy. Ooh.
Not limited to sci-fi or fantasy. Any fictional death.
I mean, well, I have two, and they're both fantasy and sci-fi.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
Gandalf.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
At the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, and Spock in Star Trek 2.
Those are two really, really good ones.
Huge spoilers. I don't know those guys, and you just ruined whatever they're from.
I'm sorry. Oh, God, I should have put a disclaimer at the beginning of my sentence.
I have two.
Okay.
The movie wise, the Sheriff of Nottingham from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Wow, we were just talking about that. Was it on this show or was it another show? We were just talking about that movie.
I can't remember. Why were we talking about that?
That was how I was introduced to Alan Rickman. The most really, man, that guy just loved that death scene. And from the books, Bobby from The Expanse is my
Oh,
I don't know if anybody has read the books. Yeah. She went out like a freaking
I have
Valkyrie.
only read the first book, but okay.
So you're like, who's Bobby?
The Martian.
No, I know who Bobby.
Badass.
I'm saying if you only read the first book, Bobby's not.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's all the stuff that takes place after when the show ended. There was 3 or 4 more books, I think 3, and where they're like 20 years later, and they're all old. So they're all gray-haired, off saving the universe again.
Oh, okay. Well,
hate it when that happens. Francis, who is tech producing for us today, Francis has chimed in to say Hans Gruber from Die Hard. Speaking of Alan Rickman.
Yeah, another great Alan Rickman death.
Yes.
Sydney, do you have one?
Yeah. It's so sad, though.
Spoilers, obviously, for anyone watching at home.
Yeah, I would say the book A Little Life, if anyone has ever read it. It is so Matthew's laughing because it's the saddest fucking book that has ever been written. And
which one in that book? There's so many terrible sad deaths.
Spoilers, if you've never read the book, plug your ears, but and you want to read the book, which you may not. It's very sad. But Willem's death in it, I think, is one of the saddest, most
brutal,
shocking. It just shocks you. I had to put the book down. I cried. It was just like, it was terrible. But it's so powerful. So good.
It's misfortune porn, that book.
I know.
terrible, truly terrible things happen to human beings, like
Matthew,
basically relentlessly for 700 pages, and yet you feel a lot of compassion. So
I think you just
keep reading.
Made a label for possibly my favorite genre. I never knew exactly what it was, but it is misfortune porn. I think that is my shit.
Misfortune porn.
Love that misfortune porn. Give me more.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Okay, that's your opinion.
I don't like it. I don't like rejoicing in other people's suffering, unlike some people, I guess.
Oh, I'm not rejoicing.
You love it.
You probably would not enjoy most of Hanya Yanagihara's work. Most of it. There's a lot of suffering. A lot of suffering in those books.
Yeah.
What about Alicia? Do you have one?
You know what? I generally really hate like fictional deaths because sometimes they stick with me for a long time. You know what I mean? And I mean, these are just 3 that I can just say they're not my favorite, but they piss me off because they stuck with me for decades. And okay, so the obvious is Artax from the Neverending Story.
Oh my God.
We
were just talking about that too.
We were just talking about that, yeah.
I was
Joe
thinking about that.
I'll ruin you. Charlotte from Charlotte's Web.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're naming like the childhood.
The ones that stuck with me. And last is definitely Mufasa from The Lion King.
Oh my God.
Oh,
see, I was
man.
actually my money on Old Yeller for the third one.
Yeah, Old Yeller fucked me up.
Yeah.
Matthew's gonna be like, speaking of death, we're gonna roll out.
Speaking of death, well, no, I want to show. I have one. So, Seth and Alicia, we've all been the rest of us have been nerding out about Lonesome Dove recently.
Oh, I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say, but I felt like I talked about it too much.
No, never. There's never talking about Lonesome Dove too much. But favorite or just so brutal and so good is Janie.
That is.
It's such a there's this great thing in the book where he just shifts perspective to the kind of least involved person in a situation when things get violent, and suddenly there's a lot of witnessing violence that happens even though the main characters are the ones that are doing it, and that one especially where you're just through Roscoe's eyes realizing that just this girl has despite being brutally attacked is still fighting back. It's awesome. And the other one I love is in Middlemarch. Sorry, this is going to sound a little pretentious. I promise it's not. It's a very readable book. In Middlemarch, have you guys read Middlemarch? Do you have to read it in school or
I
something?
never did. No.
All right, complicated situation. But early on, there's the rich guy in town, and he has a nephew who he's widely expected to leave all of his money in his house to. And his nephew is kind of this charming ne'er-do-well, and he's very lovable, but he just he gets into a horse trading situation. He ends up going badly. His family all thinks he's kind of the worst, but he's really good. He's a good guy. He has good heart. He just is kind of a mess. And he's always had this kind of will they won't they with this local girl in town, and she, for more complicated reasons, is the one taking care of his uncle, and who is sick and dying, and. In the middle of the night, she's nursing him, and he wakes her up, and he's bring me a paper and pencil. I'm gonna write a new will, and she's like, oh, okay, and he's like, I'm gonna leave everything to Fred. I'm sorry, yeah, to Fred, who's this character, who's this ne'er-do-well, he's the son of the mayor, and she's like, I love Fred, and if I were to bring this paper to you and you were just write a will right now, no one would ever believe me. Everyone would always think it was fake. And so she's like, no, I can't do it. And he's like, bring me my will, bring me my purse. You can have all the money in the purse for yourself, by the way. Cause he's like, you've been taking good care of me. You can have all the money. Just bring me the paper. And she's like, can I go get a lawyer? Please let me go get the lawyer. And he's like, no, either you bring me the paper now or that's it. And she's like, then that's it. And she's like, and so she takes care of him, but she won't get the will because she knows it will just ruin this guy's life because it will just be tangled up in a legal battle, and everyone will think she did it to get it for him, and it's so good and it's so harrowing, and this guy, the guy dying, is such a shit too. That
sounds better than Gandalf. For
That
sure.
sounds pretty good though.
It's you completely understand where they're each coming from, and yet they both want the same thing, but it's great. Anyway. Speaking of legal trouble, wills, and dying, last week was a little bit of a doozy, no?
I'm leaving everything to Scraps.
Yeah, I leave everything to Scraps, the one who killed us.
You don't know that
The
for sure?
architect of our destruction.
Before we begin, Matthew, did Scrap make it out okay?
I mean, I guess we're going to have to
Roll
find
for
out.
it. Just kidding.
There's a lot of characters we need to find out what happened to them.
I did not expect that. I was very caught off guard that it turned into such a harrowing ordeal so quickly.
There was a possibility that you could have averted the crash. You could. I mean, you were like,
Really?
Wait.
Could have averted the crash.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You have decent pilot skill, and you had made both of the rolls ahead of time. Plus, you had some bonus. There was a decent chance.
I rolled a 5 on that final roll. I'm pretty sure. I rolled really low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had 2 crappy rolls in a row, so.
It was rough. There was a lot of.
It was definitely hard. It was definitely hard, and it was a formidable check. So you had to hit a 14, but you had bonuses.
Yeah. And then I put the seatbelt around the captain's neck while she's trying to drive it. It just didn't work.
I forgot about that. You were choking me.
You used lock. I mean, it was very hard, but you were trying to land basically just a building on the ground, so it's going to be difficult. But yeah, let's talk about what happened. So the crew of the now disintegrated space station XR 1453L was on their way home after 4 years out in the Great Rift, and they were traveling on this bulk freighter called the Warbler. In their time in jump space, they got to know the crew a little bit. There was the human captain, Hiram Jax, the human astrogator, Kaz Kazlasevich, the BWAP pilot, Trey, and the Varger engineer, Plurn, 3 R's. And you guys were kind of awkward for a while. You'd been out in space by yourselves for a little bit. Socialization was a little bit... Yeah. Anyway, but then you settled in, and you were swapping ghost stories at dinner at Captain Jax's request.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
And
Sydney laid down the law that nobody wanted to follow that.
Yes, I know. Willadine told a truly harrowing story about someone getting left in the void, and that very
was
much
true. That was passed down from her grandfather. That was a true story.
Passed down to the Moxley family.
I think the space monkey thing was true also. I think that was at least as frightening.
Yes.
Forgot to ask Pug if he had seen the monkey himself.
No, but I've had reputable sources indicate that it was true.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yes, Pug's story was about a giant space monkey who stole shit, which, to be fair, as Skid pointed out, would be very scary.
Yeah, if there's a giant monkey in your house, and it can beat you up, which it did to some people.
Yeah.
That impressed the captain less.
I don't, man.
It's weird. Why?
Maybe I'm just not a good storyteller, because that story really, in the right hands, could be amazing.
Say blap. Blap.
Whapped.
Yeah, that's the sound the space monkey makes when he hits you.
Well, then Marley Krog, the janitor, told a story about seeing a strange old woman in his quarters while he was on the station with you all, something he'd never mentioned. And then while you were all left kind of pondering the ramifications of that particular revelation, alarms started to blare, people started projectile vomiting, the ship had misjumped, there were these breaches in the hull, and now you were hurtling into the atmosphere of an unknown planet with no power, no engines, a number of hull breaches just about to crash. So Pug and the captain set to work on patching the breaches, and Arthur helped Plurn jumpstart the engines and the M drive, and Willadine and Swan with Trey got to the bridge. Willadine was able to stabilize the spin and the tumble of this giant lumbering freighter, but try as she might, she was not able, as we just were talking about, to pull the Warbler out of its trajectory. And you were able to soften the landing a bit, though, and you kind of steered toward a valley up in a mountain range. You hit the ground, cut this furrow that dug for a while, and then the ship spun a little bit and came to a stop. And you were all hurt very badly by the impact. How badly and who? Well, let's see. How's everyone doing? Let's start with there. How are your stats? Let's talk about that.
Well, Pug, I think I took 12 points of damage.
Yes.
But you said I was wearing my vac suit, so that mitigated 2 points. I would also make the case for mitigating a further point because Pug also has subdermal armor.
Okay.
So that might provide a little bit of extra protection. So I am down from 12 endurance to 3 endurance. I'm at a -1 DM.
Okay. So all in all, crashing a giant freighter that can't fly into a planet, pretty okay.
Could have been worse.
Could have been worse.
Definitely in a lot of pain.
Definitely in a lot of pain. Swan, how are you feeling?
So wait, when we take the damage, we can take them from any of the 3 stats, or which we have to take from strength?
You have to take from endurance.
From endurance, I mean. That's
endurance
what I have to take
first.
from endurance.
And then if you get to 0 endurance, any more damage goes to strength or dex you choose.
Okay, well I took 6 damage, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can take from that 6 to make it even lower, but I don't think I have anything else that can really do that. I do have survival.
No, that won't help you. And you, if you had armor, that you can soak damage up in that, but none of you were wearing your armor at the time. Okay, but 6 damage. What are you sitting at with endurance right now?
An endurance that puts me at a 2 endurance.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're good.
Could be worse.
All right.
How's Arthur doing, Seth?
Arthur took 7 points, so 2 soaked up by the vac suit, so his 10 dropped to a 5, so I've got a -1 dice modifier.
Not bad at all.
No, I'm good. I landed on all 4 feet.
All right. Yeah, so as you recall, there was only one chair in engineering that you could strap into, and you very chivalrously offered it to Plurn, who then you strapped yourself to, and so you were face to face with Plurn. Plurn looks I'll say Plurn looks okay as well. She's very badly hurt. She has an endurance of 4. Varger, you take, and she's down to 0 on her endurance, and she had a dex of 6, so she is down to 2 dex. So she is very, very badly hurt, close to passing out from the pain, but she is still conscious. Willadine. Willadine was strapped in. Actually, Trey and Swan helped strap her in early, so she was strapped in before anybody else was. How did that the crash affect you?
So she still took, I forget how much damage, but she's at a 6 endurance now, which puts her at a 0?
Yeah. You'll live forever.
No, I will not. But
right.
I imagine she probably hit her face on the console. She was completely strapped in, but maybe she's suffering from whiplash or
A broken nose.
Yeah, something that took her endurance down, but she's not she didn't lose an arm like some of our NPCs did.
Yeah, so Trey is on the bridge with you. So let's resolve this basically in the order that you see them. So Trey was strapped in. However, she did lose an arm in the misjump when jump space invaded inside the ship. It kind of popped up inside the ship. That's what caused the hull breaches and kind of erased Trey's arm. So that plus the impact of the crash, she was lucky. She's down to a 0 endurance and a 1 dex. And she has a 2 strength. She was 3 points away from permanent death.
Wait, even with Marley helping her with the arm, does that give her anything?
Yeah, Marley didn't do first aid. I basically just stopped. Flavor. We can get into healing in a minute. But so that's Trey. And then meanwhile, Pug, you were with Jax, the captain, Hiram Jax, in the stateroom where you were patching a breach in the ceiling. And you both braced yourselves, but were not able to strap in. Let's just do it this way. Let's say you both kind of braced yourselves between, underneath the bed that's bolted down, maybe, or I don't know. How do you think you brace yourselves in the stateroom?
I think Pug might have just wedged himself in a doorway. He's just so big that he just put himself in a door frame. It was just planted his hands and feet at the corners, and just grabbed on for dear life.
Okay.
As far as Jax, maybe he could have curled up in my crotch or something.
Let's say he wedged himself under the bed and just kind of braced himself underneath the cot.
Sure.
And now that you've come to stillness, what do you do?
So I think the way that in Traveler, Seth, you can help me out with this, but I think first aid checks have to be done right away or you lose your chance.
You've got 1 minute or you lose it. And
yeah.
Yep.
So I have all my stuff. I've got my med kit and everything. So my vac suit. So I want to quickly treat both of us with my medic skill.
Okay, let's do you first.
Okay. And first aid. Okay. So how does this work? How many points can you restore? It depends on the effect, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna call it an average check.
Okay.
Right? Am I wrong about that, Seth? It can just be an average check, right? I'm suddenly panicking.
Yeah.
So it's an average check, and however many points above average.
That's how many points you get back?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So he has a pretty good med kit, a tech level 12 med kit. So this gives him a bonus to his roll here. Oh, that's awesome. 13.
Okay. So you are able to get to full endurance, I'm guessing, with that?
Is it 1 point per
1
effect?
point. Yeah, points restored by first aid are divided as desired among damaged physical characteristics. Restores a number of characteristic points equal to the effect of the medic. Oh, you rolled a 13. Sorry.
Yeah, I rolled a 13.
Oh, so, got it. So you get 5 points
back.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm up to 8 from 12 in my endurance now.
Okay, and you do recover points over time too. It is slow rate.
Just naturally you can do it.
Okay, and then you rush to the captain.
I rush over to the captain's side. So hold still there. Hold still. Box cars, baby.
Oh,
15.
nice.
So let's say you.
No,
you,
wait. Yeah, 15.
All right, let's say you place the med kit. Like, I don't know, how does your med kit work? Is it like something you just like place on somebody's body and it does the healing for you, or I don't?
No,
it's technical 12.
It does just like really advanced like physical scanners and stuff. I can do like an MRI like instantaneously.
A dermal regenerator.
Like, yeah, and it's just like Bones McCoy. I got the little like wand thing. Just, like,
all right, so you're working. You kind of pull him a little bit out from underneath the bed, and you're working on him, and you crush using this med kit. You scan. You're like, okay, I know exactly what's. And then you see his skull has been caved in.
Oh.
He's dead.
Oh.
Oh my God! Wait, what?
Oh. Well, I was feeling real good about things for a minute there.
All right.
Strategically placing a Smurf Band-Aid on him.
Yes, like I just
You suture up the gash across his chest, then you're like,
I stitch up the gash. I put the Smurf Band-Aid on his caved-in skull, and then I kiss him gently on his forehead.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate because I was really enjoying doing that bad Australian accent.
Oh.
All right, let's go Let's go down to the engine room. So, when last we left Arthur and Plurn, Arthur had strapped himself, carabinered himself to Plurn, and they were like their visors on their vac suits were face to face, like bonking off each other. You look at Plurn, you like try to make eye contact with her. She is like she's got a kind of glazed over look, but she is alive. As are you.
Okay. Well, first I would ask her, how are you feeling? Blah blah blah.
She's probably got broken bones at this point. Like, she's probably got like cracked ribs, fractured shoulder.
I have no medic. I have no med kit. So I'm kind of screwed if she's hurt too badly.
Yes, because you like to roll medic, you can roll a negative effect and hurt them further.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me just get this rip right over open. There we go. So I'm going to be on the comms. The first off, be okay. I need a medic. Is hurt.
So you call. Arthur calls for a medic. Meanwhile, up on the bridge, Willadine, Swan, either of you have medic?
I have medic. You have it?
I don't
Melody?
have medic, but I do have a tech level 8 med kit that I could give to someone.
Okay. All right. So let's just say, like, within a minute, you're able to. We'll hand wave this, and you're not hand wave it. We'll massage the rules. You're able to get to all three of you, Swan. So if you want to get to apply the med kit to both you and Willadine, and then also Trey, if you wanted to help Trey out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to leave Trey completely out of it and leave him bleed there on the bridge just to help the two of us.
All right, go ahead and roll your medic skill.
Okay.
So let's do you first.
Yeah.
The med kit gives her a bonus. Sid, what is it?
Tech level 8. Ooh, let me look it up. I didn't put it in my notes. You do the roll and then I'll add.
Okay.
Yeah, no, for myself, I only got a 7.
So are you adding your education or your intellect? Probably education.
Oh, I can have my education, then a 9.
A 9, okay. And
Yeah.
does she get a bonus from the med kit?
I don't know. Seth, do you know off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head.
Let's Google.
What's the question?
Med kit.
How's your med kit work, Skid?
Mine is a tech level 12, so it gives me a +2 to my medic skill. If you have a tech level 8, I think it's just like, I think you just don't take a penalty.
You can roll it untrained.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, maybe that's why I got tech level 8 since I don't have medic.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So
then maybe
you're also
I'll
getting +1s
hold-
till you get to 10.
Okay, great. So yeah, so Alicia, you get 1 point of endurance back.
1 point back. Okay, so now I'm at a 3.
All right, so now if you want to roll for, or Sydney, do you want to try rolling for yourself since you've got the med kit? You can
Yeah,
roll
do I 1D or do I roll?
2D plus your education.
Oh, I thought I was rolling for my endurance back. Okay.
You are.
Oh,
But use your education to use the medic skill.
let's see what she Ooh. 8, 9. 10.
Oh, good.
Okay, you get 2 points of endurance back.
Ooh.
Nice.
You
Nice.
Swan, you crack my nose back into place.
All right, and then does one of you want to roll for portrait?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, you should do
Oh.
it.
Why me? I'm gonna get
'Cause you
blamed
have-
for it if I just get it.
You have better medic than me.
Oh, yes, she's fine. 10 plus 2, 12.
Yeah, she's fine. Who cares?
Okay, wow. So 12. So Trey gets
4.
Yeah.
4 points back, which
Whoa.
is great.
Nice.
She was at 0. Okay. 4, not 40. Okay, great. All right. You get. So then, meanwhile, Arthur calls for a medic, and you hear Marley crackle. Marley's voice crackles on the comm. He's like, "Oh, I'm on my way. I'm sorry. I'm trying to help Kaz, but Kaz is dead."
Is he
I
doing this
forgot.
over the
Kaz is
comp?
dead too?
I forgot about Kaz. Who was Kaz again? Oh, the astrogator.
He's the
The
astrogator.
racist astrogator.
The
that got us
racist
in
Yeah.
this.
astrogator that we didn't
You were
like.
warned he was racist, and unfortunately, in addition to being racist, he didn't have a ton of physical characteristics.
Well, that's not great, Marley. But let's get the med to.
He died
to-
in my arms.
Okay. We'll talk about that later, Marley. Let's make your way down to
Too
down
much
to Arthur.
information.
All right.
Please keep that off comms.
His blood is soaked into my vac suit. All right,
Highly unregulated to have that on comms. Don't put that
Yeah,
on
you're
comms.
gonna panic the remaining crew, of which there are not many.
but many. Marley
Look,
does.
we don't know what
first aid-
food we have here. We might need him.
Oh God.
Keep
right,
the
Mark.
body cold.
We look at Marley's sheet. Okay, Marley is going to roll the medic himself. Okay, not a great roll. +1. Okay, he rolls an 8, and it is minimum 1 point restored, so he gets 1 point of endurance back. He was down to 0 endurance. Okay, and then he will rush. Winded and covered in other people's blood, he will rush down to the engine room, and he will attempt to heal Arthur first. All right, here we go.
I'll tell him no, and I will offer
Oh, to go to Plern.
Lauren. While he's doing all this stuff, I would like to attempt my psionic regeneration ability.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
go on.
Well,
Oh.
it is
Mind over
it's
matter. This is all mind over matter
234.
stuff.
It's a difficult check. I got to get a 10. But I would like to increase the time to lower the
Okay,
difficulty.
so you'll reduce it to an average check by going up on the time scale.
Yeah, so instead of it being 1d times 10 seconds, it'd be actually 1d times 10 minutes. I'm out of time.
I'm sure
it's
there's
basically
nothing
however
outside.
many psi points I put into it is how many points I heal.
Great.
And I was going to do 2 psi points just to get me no more minuses on endurance. So. No, 8. Yes, 8.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
Oh.
Nope.
That's three.
I have
three
a
points back?
-1 to my psi because I tried to do something earlier and we haven't had time to rest. So 7. I did not get.
Oh, shoot.
Would you care to use some luck?
Oh.
No. No. Once I get some sleep, I will be regenerated on psi and I can take my time and I can regenerate lost limbs and all this crap. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm
because you don't
fine.
have to do that right away after you get hurt, right? You can do it later.
no, there's no time limit. I can just because it talks about old injuries can be healed. So I'm
Oh,
like,
that's
nah,
awesome.
I'm good.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Marley rolled boxcars to heal Plern.
Whoa.
Oh,
Nice.
So, which is, I think that actually gets her up to full. So Marley,
Whoa.
Nice.
because well, to be fair, she only has a max 4 endurance and a max 6 dex.
Oh, not great.
Vargas takes some significant characteristic penalties I discovered upon character creation. Okay, but he's able to like revive Plern and just like stitch up her wounds and suture them and dermal regenerate. Do you, Arthur? Do you need help?
I'll take some. Evidently, I'm not doing as good as my nose bleeds. Yeah.
Okay, and you get 2 points of endurance back.
Oh, great. That's what I was going for.
Marley is actually a pretty good medic. He's a medic. He's medic too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marley. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, so both Kaz, your astrogator. Do any of you have astrogation?
I haven't shipped.
I do.
No.
Yes, because
Okay.
I'm a pilot, and I did take it.
Okay,
Oh,
so
awesome.
I have a chipped astrogation 1 on my.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, cool. You got a wafer jack?
Yep.
Damn, that's
Nice.
So
okay, but unfortunately, Kaz, the astrogator of the ship, and the captain of the ship, Hiram Jax, both died in the crash. Oh wait, we got to roll on your pets.
cool. Oh my god.
Okay, how do I want to do this without being a monster?
No, be a monster.
No,
We all
you're already
said
a monster. It's too late.
we did it to ourselves. We brought
It's a little late
we
for
brought
that, Matthew.
animals into space. I mean, what could
Great.
go wrong?
Great idea, Cindy. You're doing it to yourselves. I'm gonna have you each roll your own luck check to see if they are dead or alive.
Okay.
So I'm gonna lower this. It's gonna be a routine luck check because they are small.
Okay.
They probably knew like they wedged themselves in somewhere to hide when things got scary.
What's
Is
a
that six?
routine?
6 or higher.
Oh,
Awesome.
okay.
Oh. 2D.
2D and add any modifier from your luck score.
I have animals 1, so can I use it?
No. Just your luck. If you were saying
monster.
I'm trying to encourage your warbler, your Walston.
9 kidnapped children suffered a fate.
All right, how did everyone do?
Buzz, I think I had Buzz like in my suit with me. Like I tucked him into like I have a little chest compartment and he's fine.
Okay,
I rolled a 10.
great. How's Scrap? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. How's Washu?
So Washu, I had in an aquarium which probably has a very sealed top, in case zero gravity, space, water, so it was all sealed in there, with probably some rocks to, crawl on. And I rolled a 3, so maybe those rocks smashed him up against the sides, or I don't know, but
We'll get you another one.
I don't want to kill Washu. Okay, let's say the stateroom that you found the patch in, Skid, is Arthur's, and you see Washu. You see Washu in the aquarium, who got rocked around in the crash, breathing but unconscious.
I'm gonna do a medical check on him. With
Mouth to mouth.
You're gonna have
mouth
to do.
to mouth.
You're gonna have to do an animals check.
snout to mouth.
It's gonna
Animals?
be-
or veterinary.
Or for veterinary.
I don't have veterinary. I don't have anything. This is untrained.
So is it? Wait, it would be It would be medic veterinary, right? Or is it animals
No, it's
veterinary?
animals
veterinary.
veterinary.
Yeah.
All right, I will allow you to use your med kit.
Okay. All right. So with veterinary, so that would be a cumulative -1 on this
Okay.
roll.
It's about half a meter, so it's about 18, 20 inches.
6.
Okay.
No.
Suffering is over.
Yeah, 6 would actually deal 2 damage to it.
Oh no! Oh no!
All right. Well, Washu,
I got
you
big
hardly knew.
armadillo fingers. I can't. Creature that's small.
I'm really regretting going this route.
Oh my god.
Please tell me Scrap is okay.
I rolled a 5 and a 1. So Scrap by the skin of his freaking teeth.
9 lives.
I think, like, after we crash, like, we're all breathing and we're checking in on each other, a vent just pops open and out tumbles Scrap, who is completely fine because he was in the air ducts again.
Screaming
Crash
for
is a-
food.
Yeah, like,
Yay.
he ragdolled himself like he was the safest baby in the car crash because he was just flying through the air duct like, and he popped out and he's fine.
Meanwhile, he's the cause of the crash, right?
And secretly Willadine is thinking like, damn it, I really wish that cat died instead of Washu.
Like, does that cat understand computational theoretical physics of a black hole?
I didn't think so.
Alicia, how did
Schrodinger's cat would.
Because the cat does, but you
don't
can't
know
make
that,
the cat
Skid.
do anything with it.
That's true. It could go either way.
It could go either way.
Very funny. Alicia, how's your Walston?
Yeah, it's funny because I forgot it was a 6. Immediately I thought I failed because I rolled a 7. So I was like, my space quokka died, but a 7 means it lived, right? Is that what I have?
A 7? Yeah, if you rolled a 7, then yes.
Okay.
Your Walston survived.
I just imagine him like on his wheel running and then like just combusting or something, but he lived.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, so the pets mostly fared all right. Washu, RIP. Sorry, Seth. But yeah, here you are.
We don't know what the Walmart looks like on the outside, so we should probably get off and
Hold
check
on. We don't even know what the atmosphere is or where we are.
Is there air? You don't know.
All right, hold on. Pug, calm down. Let's. Is there anything working in this absolute piece of junk Walmart? Arthur, is there a tablet? Anything we could pull up information on? Any signal we could get?
Yeah, Matthew is like, there is the power even working?
Yeah, no, dead.
The power is dead. I mean, right now the ship is in shambles, so you don't even have auxiliary or emergency power.
We have to get off this ship.
We do. Wait, no, I think first let's find out. I mean, where we possibly could have landed.
We have
Is there
no
a way to do
power.
So, are there like things on our suits or anything that you like gotta check? It's like, can tell you atmosphere outside readings.
Yeah, I think that's fair, and I think also you see that the cat is fine, and the ship has been the hull of the ship has been breached at this point so many times. You're basically in the atmosphere, and you between the cat and the cat that is your canary and your suits. Yes, it looks to be breathable air.
Okay, so we know.
Okay, so it's a class M we can do.
But
Thank you.
you might want respirators
Skid.
in case there's like spores or other things, in the air.
Yeah, keep
Body
your helmets
sensors.
on.
So just mask up.
Right.
We trained for this, people. 2020, 2021.
Right.
Let's
Get off this pile of junk, I guess, then, Captain. Yeah.
together. Yep, stick together. Do not roam. We have no idea if there are inhabitants, what this planet could hold. And
Okay.
I open the door, meaning I just push aside
Falls
metal.
All right, if you want to go to the airlock and extend the ramp, it's gonna be a strength check because there's no power. You
Oh,
have
I'll
to,
try.
All right, so Pug will try to force the ramp down. Give me a strength check.
Oh, first he stops and tells Arthur, he's just like, I got some bad news. Just kind of pulls him aside. Just like, your little guy, I tried. I really tried. He didn't make it.
Oh God. So Arthur, that has literally been the one thing he could talk to with psiotics. So he literally would go talk to it in his room, and it would just tell him one word, sort of hungry or whatever sort of answers. But there was something that psiots trade with, so he's probably had this thing for more than just the 4 years that we've been here. So he is probably going to be pretty crushed. Also, if this is a nice forested world, the big thing you wanted to do when we were done was go to a forested world where we could feel the wind in his fur and sit under a tree
Yeah.
and eat those stinky chips. So it's no, I'm going to be burying him under a tree. Like he's probably not doing too well. Like little tear gets caught in his fur.
Oh.
I'm gonna give him. Pugs gives him a hug. It's just like, it's okay. We'll give him a nice ceremony here. Be buried under the sun, like he would have liked it, I think. So we have our moment for a little bit, and then I'm crying too. Pug's crying too. Like sniffing is just kind of like comes over to the door and just like boom, like try to knock it down.
Meanwhile, we're not even acknowledging, like, sorry, your captain and your friend died. But,
sorry about those guys.
Salamander, we just learned about.
Yeah, I know. We're all just crying about the salamander. Like,
I've known about the salamander for a while, and I'm very sad.
yeah. It's like,
yeah,
and the other captain also died.
Oh no.
Yeah, I meant what?
Oh yeah,
Well-
Plurn hears this from you and is like, just like, gutted. He was like her one human friend and the one person in the galaxy that kind of took care of her in human space. She goes real quiet. No one really cares about Kaz though.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No one liked
Human
him.
Well,
life.
We didn't.
I mean,
No, you didn't get to know him that well.
yeah, and also everyone just said he was bad and a racist. So
He was a really good astrogator, actually. He had like a 3 in
Captain, am I supposed
astrogation.
to go with it?
We're on a planet
No.
now. We don't need any of that.
well, we take the bodies outside.
We get a
We will.
shovel.
Yeah, and a shovel.
Well, first let's see where we are.
Yeah.
It's daylight, I'm assuming, right, Matthew?
It is daylight, yeah.
Okay, so we'll need night to see the stars, to astrogate off the stars, like where
Great point.
in the hell we are. But
Okay.
Great point.
let's go out.
10. I rolled a 10 on the strength check.
All right, you're able to kind of like wedge over, like lift the airlock door, and then slam down the ramp, and it goes like, boom, and you have a ramp down to outside. I'm going to pull up a little piece of art that our old friend Davey Maps made for us for this adventure.
Yay!
Yes,
Wait.
it is the Valley map. You'll see if you look at it there.
Oh,
What?
so pretty.
Holy,
Look at us.
that's awesome.
Wow,
Right?
At
we
least
really
it's vegetation. At least
Yeah.
it's vegetation.
messed that grass up, huh?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll describe what you see, and as in here, if I can get to the place in my notes where I wrote where we are. Also, somebody on a crotch rocket flying past my apartment. At
Wow,
this
I
point.
thought that was a sound effect of like
I did too.
a spaceship
too.
door.
No, it was just some douche nozzle driving by. All right, so yeah, you get off the ship, and it's in, like I said, it's in shambles. It's been torn apart. It's one of the cargo. Remember, there was an extra cargo container up on top that has been ripped right off, and you can actually see it. It's back. It came to rest like a kilometer back, like back behind the impact. The impact crater, and you can see the smoke twisting up into the sky from where it is. So to the west are the mountains that you barely got over in your crash. And to the east is another range, and the green slopes giving way to the craggy rocks ascending high above. The river is directly to your east. It's running between the ranges. It's wide, but it looks crossable, probably like 300 meters wide at its most narrow point. You'd have to swim, but, it's not like you're crossing, the Mississippi.
straight.
I don't know how wide the Mississippi is. And the water is wide, as the song goes. I cannot get over. Up to the north, you see the river kind of twists up into a wooded area that becomes a full forest. As it narrows into the mountain, like the mountain pass narrows around the forest. And then to the south, the river runs down to an extremely narrow pass between two sheer rock faces. And if you look at the mountains on either side, you could probably hike up a decent ways on foot, but eventually you'd be climbing if you want to get anywhere. It's a pretty secluded valley.
Okay.
Huh.
How green is this? It's my valley. Okay.
Well,
yeah. great.
Yeah. A couple things. Is there any sort of emergency transmitter beacon or something that's on the ship?
There should be. If you talk to...
Yeah, because if we could get up on a mountain and just...
Set a beacon up.
Let's see. Well, there definitely is on the ship. Let's see if it survived the crash. Seth, go ahead and roll luck for me.
Yeah, it worked really well for my salamander there, didn't it?
Space salamander.
Okay, yeah, that got an 8.
Okay, so there is a... Yes, there learns like we have an emergency beacon. We could try setting it up on a mountain or something.
You didn't happen to have any air rafts or like launches or...
You had a launch on the station, but you did not specify that you were bringing it with you, and you were instructed to destroy all company property.
I could take post-it notes.
It's true. You weren't even allowed to take post-it notes. Yeah, you don't. There's no air raft on the ship. It doesn't come down to planets. It all does everything up in space.
All right. Well, I have a climbing kit. Willadine says, because I bought a climbing kit. If we want to take that route, or we can try to swim down river and see where we end up. But I mean, if we want to set this beacon up on a mountaintop, I think we're gonna have to climb a mountain.
We probably want to get up there, figure out where we are, if we're anywhere where there's people or maybe ships nearby. Now, ultimately, I'm looking forward to taking that one empty drop tank and turning it into a boat and going down the river. But right now,
is it empty?
I don't know. We'll have to empty it out. If it's full of hydrogen,
We don't know what's in these things. We know
spewing. But,
we know that there's like fertilizer or something in one of them.
Oh, there's manure. Yeah.
So, but we don't know what's in the rest
I think
of
that was people manure.
Or maybe.
Well, you could go check out the any of the cargo containers, but there's the one back about a couple kilometers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I think the first thing I do is I do have some tech level 12 binoculars. So I'm going to do a recon check of the valley with the binoculars. And the tech level 12, they have the PRIS, so they have like a prism kind of analysis system. So they have they can detect radiation like all across the spectrum, like infrared, gamma, like everything.
Okay, great. What's the range on them?
It doesn't say.
It's like visual, I assume visual range maybe?
Yeah, visual range.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Heck yeah. That is a 12.
Okay, so you're standing at the crash site. You kind of scan in all directions. You don't detect any radiation aside from the dormant whatever is going on in the engine room of your ship. But nothing unusual. You don't see anything. I mean, you see birds. You see like little, like sparrow-sized alien sparrows. Nothing crazy. You see maybe with that roll, you see insects. Bees or like alien bees, space bees, alighting on flowers. You see flowers, but you don't see anything in particular. If you were to look up to the north, the river kind of twists up into the mountains and away, so you'd have to kind of get closer to see where that's leading. And I'll give you this. With that roll, you notice that downriver to the south, the river flows north to south, down the mountain. You notice that through the ravine, you can kind of make out that everything kind of drops away into a waterfall.
Oh, so we are.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought it looked like.
Scratch the pontoon.
So we're a valley in the mountains.
In the mountains,
so
you're
we're
pretty
still high.
Yeah, and you knew when you were kind of guiding the ship down in its crash, you knew you were like, it wasn't like you were like a little range. It's think of like the Himalayas or the Rockies. Like you were up there. It's not particularly cold, so you wouldn't think your altitude was particularly crazy. But these mountains do go very, very high on either side of you.
I relay that to Pug too, as he's looking around, that I, tried to avoid the mountain range, but we are somewhere within it. So to get down, we either have to follow the river, which seems unfavorable since we don't have a raft and there's a waterfall, or climb down the mountain.
And like Pug looks at the ship, this ungainly ship, and is just like, that's some pretty good stick work, Commander. I mean, Captain. Sorry.
No, that's all right. I tried to not. Tried to land us lower, but I couldn't avoid it.
He's genuinely impressed. Like, that's miraculous that you're able to like affect a landing like this, and the odds against this, like that's a great job.
I think she's like,
well,
I think she's like, we have 2 casualties. I landed in the fucking mountains, and the ship is not salvageable in any way, shape, or form. So she's feeling a bit down, but she's like, thank you, Pug. I appreciate the kind words.
Yeah, I mean, this thing isn't even rated for atmospheric flight at all. I mean, the fact that it's anywhere close to intact and any of us are still alive is a gosh darn miracle.
I think, and she's looking around too, I think we're kind of in the best of the worst situation. We didn't burn up. The atmosphere seems to be breathable air. I see living life forms, assuming they're carbon. Arthur, what do you think? Climb up, place the beacon, and scale these mountains? That waterfall that Pug saw doesn't seem too favorable.
Well, if we can get up into the mountains, maybe we can see something. I don't want to choose a direction and then find out there was like a town 7 kilometers the other way. So probably check that. We don't know how long daylight is here. So where the sun in the sky is probably doesn't matter because we could have 70-hour days for all we know.
That's true. Oh, what's the gravity level like?
Oh yeah,
Earth-like.
Earth-like.
Great.
Okay.
Awesome.
So, probably get the beacon up, set that up, get a look, see what's around, get our supplies together and everything, and decide how long we want to stay here, and if we go where we go. Once night falls, we can check the stars, maybe figure out where we are. If we're near a known planet, great. Otherwise, I don't know how long we'll be here.
That seems pretty important, figuring out what planet this might be.
Yeah.
Is that would that be an astrogation check once we can see the stars?
Yeah. That said, you have no computer right now, so you
Yeah.
have no way. You don't have a star chart, so you're gonna have to do it.
Chart, yeah.
It's gonna be pretty. You're gonna have a pretty significant penalty. If you had your computer up, you might be able to identify that, but with a pretty standard astrogation check, but with nothing to aid you, you're gonna take it a significant minus.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, before we like just hop on the road to go, we should make sure everybody's okay. We should get our supplies, get that beacon up, and just that's my thought.
All right. So with the climbing kit, I get a DM +2 because it's a tech level 8. So
Okay.
it's basically like harnesses and like grappling hooks, anything that you would need.
Carabiners.
Yeah, I think it comes with like special climbing shoes. Like it's everything you would need to climb.
Pitons.
Oh yeah, it's got pitons. Not to
So-
be confused with pecans, which are delicious.
It comes
They are
with a
delicious.
packet of pecans.
It
You
does.
get
It comes with-
hungry.
You get a packet of
You get hungry up
pecans.
there when you're climbing.
Yeah.
Nom nom.
All right. So who's gonna do the climbing? I mean, it's gonna be an athletics check.
Ew.
I have a +4 overall.
Athletics?
Yeah.
It's specifically it would be athletics dexterity.
Oh, then no, +3.
I have a +2. I have a 0 in athletics and then a 2 in dex. So you're still
I'm
the
sorry.
highest.
I take it back. It's the skill athletics parentheses
Oh.
dexterity. So you could use strength, but the skill itself is athletics dexterity.
Right.
I have zeros all the way around. Actually, athletics, I have a 0 in. So like,
That's
really? Sorry, I have nothing in.
So it's a -3.
Yeah, I'm not the best for this.
So just to clarify, Matthew, I have a 0 in athletics. Can I also add my dexterity?
Yeah,
Two.
you could add
Oh,
dex
okay.
or strength. Like you can make a case for either, and then
Oh,
you would
okay.
add your modifier from the climbing kit.
Got it. Okay, so I would have a +4 then.
Okay. And Pug, what would it be for you? I assume you use strength, but
Yeah, for me, it would be a +6 or a +5 with the kid.
So Pug, you should go with the kid.
and your
Okay.
binoculars. Actually, that's a pretty
And I have the
good-
binoculars. Well, I could loan those to someone, but yes.
Well, no, they're keyed. They're keyed to your armadillo biology.
Yeah, sorry. They're genetically coded to me. They're for
Sorry,
armadillo
everybody.
use only.
All right.
But yeah,
so,
I'll do it. I'll go.
So, a couple things. How about how long do you think this will take?
Let's go to the book.
Because if
Ooh.
I don't want you halfway up the mountain and it go dark on us.
All right. So this is going to be 1d times 10 seconds. Okay. So I think this is a very tall mountain. So yeah, I'll give you that. I'll say you think you see a ridge, like not the top of the mountain, but like a fairly decently tall ridge that seems fairly clear. You think probably if you were moving at speed, it would take you maybe an hour or two to get up there.
Yeah, I'll get a move on.
All right, so give me that athletics roll, Skid.
Okay, and I'm bringing everything. Like I'm bringing my machine gun, my shotgun, my med kit, binoculars, like all this stuff. Luckily, I am strong enough to be able to carry all this stuff without penalty. But I'm loaded for bear, just in case there is a bear.
Right.
Is anyone going with them?
I mean, I could. I also get a good bonus. Do you think 2 people should go?
If
I don't
he
think
gets
all
up
of
there and
us
he gets
should go.
attacked
It's usually
by bat
advisable
creatures.
to have like a buddy.
Oh,
to do
maybe
something like
I can
this.
belay you and climb up slower below you.
Yeah.
So that if anything happens, I can catch weight on a more secure. Like you're kind of like climbing a little faster, and I'm like really securing with the crank things you put in between the rock crevices. What the heck
Yeah,
are those?
the pitons.
Oh, is that a piton?
That's Piton.
Yeah. So I'm like really securing you and strapping you from below.
So Sid,
Awesome.
you could knock the time frame down to lower the difficulty of the check. So could you, for that matter, Pug, if you wanted to take even longer. So you could spend much longer to get up there, much easier check.
Well, I rolled an 11, so he's kind of, he's an athletic armadillo. Like he's very, very strong, and he's just like kind of making
Oh,
pretty
they
good
did.
time.
Sid's carefully putting this in, and he's like, just free hands.
Yeah, it's like Tom Cruise in
Free
Mission
solo,
Impossible
yeah.
2. He's just like, yeah.
Singing his own theme song.
So what was the check then? I'll just go at the same pace then.
It'll be athletics. No, I mean, like, it's going to be athletics, but remember, if you fail, you could fall.
Something bad.
Falling is bad. Yeah, so,
I got an 11 with my +4.
all right, so let's say you're going a little slower. You make your way up after Pug. All right, while they're climbing, what are the rest of you doing? Plurn has to go in and get the beacon, and she gives it to Pug to take up with him. And she's like, I'm gonna go work on the engines, see if I can salvage anything from the power plant or anything to see if get any power here. So she could, if you want to assist her in anything, that would be great. There also, like as you point out, you want to check supplies, and there's the cargo container.
I will check all that, but part of the reason I was like, guys, take your time is I don't start replenishing psi points till 3 hours after I last used it. So I like, take your time, but I got 3 points left. And so I've got a -1 to do this. Right? Yeah. I have a 3, so -1. Life detection.
Oh.
Matthew, it's page 230.
Thank you.
It's normally easy, 4+. It's telepathy, which I have a 1 in. And its reach is distant, which distant could be up to 5 kilometers. But if I spend another psi point, if I spend 2 on this, I could pop that up to 500 kilometers.
500
Wow.
kilometers in all directions,
Wow.
a radius of 500 kilometers.
Yes.
And can you specifically detect sophonts, or is it just any life at all?
The presence of other minds, so the other minds present, general type of mind, animal, human, and do-on.
Do-on. I was like, is that a Britishism or a typo? Probably a typo.
It's a British typo. And their approximate location. I can distinguish intelligent beings from bacteria or unimportant animals. Shield mines are detectable, so if they've got psionics, I won't detect them because their shields would be up.
Right.
And anyone that I know will be recognized, which is exactly everyone here. So,
You detect the mines and your crew.
Yeah.
so I'd have to get a 4. It'll cost me 2 psi. I have a -1 because my psi sucks, but a +1 because of the telepath, so it's all good. I just need to get a 4 higher.
Okay. 500 kilometers, huh?
That's crazy.
9.
Okay. Let's check the old effect table.
All
All right, that is still a regular success. It is not an exceptional success. You don't. I'll make this. Let's see how I'm going to do this as easy as possible. I'm going to separate like birds, insects, that kind of thing. You detect them and you kind of filter them out. Now, let me ask you this:
except for the ones I recognize, which doesn't include my salamander.
You can just there is
You don't detect your salamander and you start crying again.
So it functions best at detecting intelligent minds. Okay. To the north, probably in the 20 to 40 kilometer range, the northeast, you detect a fair amount of life. You do not detect human minds, so you would think they're likely animal, but intelligent animals, but nothing highly intelligent, nothing sentient. And you detect, and you know how many. So I'd say you detect. I mean,
a lot.
I would say probably to the 30 to 40 range.
Okay.
A herd of something.
A herd or a village.
And you rolled well enough. I'll say they're not all the same. There are a bunch are the same. Probably about 20 to 23 of them are the same, and the rest feel different to you. You don't recognize. It doesn't give you species, right? So just in terms of the thought level, they just feel a little different. Yeah.
But you can't tell the size or anything.
No. Just kind of intelligence is really all I'm searching for. So it could be like a super brilliant fly.
Oh my god.
I kind of hate that. I don't want that. Super smart flies.
It's like, man, that fly's really smart. It's freaking
Shit.
out.
Get away.
Jeff
Trey,
Goldblum.
meanwhile, is going to take a survey of the ship's supplies, because organized mind, WAPs love this kind of thing. And she's going to submerge her grief into checking out that. And she reports back. She comes back up to you, Willadine. Oh, you're up on the mountain. She comes up to the rest of you, and she gets on comm, and she says she basically thinks that for your numbers, significantly reduced by the death. Not significantly, but reduced by the deaths. But with the pets and everybody, the food in the galley will probably last you 2 to 3 weeks. Decent amount. If with rationing, you could get to maybe a month.
Okay.
All right. Plurn, let's go back to Pug and Willadine. So you make your climbing. It takes you a couple hours, but you're able to get to this ridge, and you look out over the valley, and I'm glad I have this map, because you can see the whole valley below. You can't really see outside of the mountains still, beyond the mountains, because they're really tall. Like this would be like climbing, not Everest, but certainly like a very tall mountain range.
K2.
K2. You do see, however, you can see a glimmer up to the north. Your suspicion about the waterfall is confirmed. Somewhat a little ways downriver, it just drops away, and it's a significant waterfall, maybe like 50, 60 meters drop. You'd have to climb, you'd have to set up ropes and climb down. Beyond that, you see kind of as far as you can see, it's like a lot more greenery, right? It's kind of idyllic. Plains, pastures, not pastures, but plains and forest, and seems untouched by civilization in that direction.
Awesome.
Up to the northeast, you see the river seems to twist up through the mountains, and you see the faint glimmer of the light off of a lake, perhaps, or a larger body of water.
Okay.
That would be in the direct. Not that you were talking about this, but that would be in the direction of where Arthur sensed life.
Okay.
Is there a way? Do we see a way to get there aside from like everyone has to climb this mountain? Like, is there any switchback kind of trails or like anything we can see from this vantage point?
You think if you hiked up through the forest at the north of the map, following the river,
Yeah.
you think it would be you'd be bushwhacking because there's not like a path, but you think you could probably walk up alongside the river. You don't know how much the pass up there narrows, but you think you could get up there on foot.
Pug, what do you think? Head back down and try to go through that forest?
Yeah, I think so. 'Cause we're not going down that waterfall with everybody, and it seems like the only way we can manage. Let's just set up this beacon.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So
Literally weld ourselves in a container and do the barrel over the waterfall thing.
do it now.
That's right.
You're like, let's walk up the path.
Boring.
All right, Pug, you pull out the beacon and you basically you plant it into the rock, and it just like, it looks like a thumper in Dune almost. It just like opens up, like, it has a little light that pulses to tell you it's working.
Awesome.
And then I'm gonna need a climb check for you guys to climb back down.
Okay.
We can't just rappel with my...
You could, that would be an athletics check as well.
Ah.
Maybe I would say, you know what? It's probably if you have training in that skill, then yeah, I'll let you rappel for a slightly easier with an easier target level.
Okay.
Pug rolled a 15.
All right, Pug barely even uses the ropes. He scampers down face first down the side of the mountain.
Like, like
12
Gollum.
with the plus to the climbing kit.
All right, Willadine apparently, even though she grew up on an ocean world, is an experienced climber, and she rappels down the mountain like a pro.
Hell yeah.
I picture Pug rolling up like an armadillo does. And
Yeah,
just
because I rolled into a ball and just like...
follow me.
So
funny, actually.
All right. Oh, and also based on where the sun is in the sky, you'd say it's late morning. So
Okay.
you think you crash landed kind of early morning, but it's now kind of getting to be noon.
Great.
Ooh.
And we're just in the middle of a big mountain range otherwise. Like that's what we can
Oh yeah,
see.
it's like I'm saying, like the Rockies or the Himalayas, like where it's like hundreds and hundreds of miles in each direction.
And we can't see any like flatlands in the distance.
You can when you look down the waterfall. You saw flatlands, but you didn't see anything resembling civilization.
Okay, but like it's the end of the range.
Yeah,
The
would you
limit
like
of
this
the
would be like
edge
a
of the
river that
range.
kind of cuts down the side of them, like cuts down the kind of, in this case, the western edge of the mountain along the range. But if you were, the range runs north south.
Okay. All right.
That makes sense.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
So what's your plan? Head north?
Yeah. We set up the beacon. We salvage anything we can from the ship. Secure the rest of it if we need to come back. You know, like keep a food store here, hidden, safe, in a bear bag. A bear, you guys know what I'm talking about, the bear barrels where the bears can't open them because the barrel's really round. Something safe like that, and then we'll hike with the rest of it.
So Trey is in no shape to travel. So Trey is going to stay at the ship.
Okay.
Kind of guard the stores. Plurn is, she's gone, like, in her grief, she has gone into, like, full work mode and is trying, like, if you were to peek your head into the engine room, you just like, see tools flying up in the air, just, like, they're just trying to get in, like, I mean, the engine room is a disaster. It's, like, everything is, nothing looks good. And she's just trying to get something out of there. Marley will come with you. Like, I'm not feeling too great, but I worry about you guys, so I'm going to come with you. All right. You gather your supplies, you pack some food, get your gear, and you set out, and we will find out what happens after this break.
Oh my god.
Saint Michael brings out his holy sword, places his heel upon the neck of the serpent. For now, the hour is struck, the trumpet has been sounded, the dead shall walk again. The serpent comes, but upon all of them he shall place the mark of the beast.
welcome back. And I forgot to do something, so we'll do it right now. You are at altitude, so I'm going to need everyone to roll an endurance check.
All right, but we have our vac suits.
Are you still vaccinated up?
Yeah, I
I thought we did.
I didn't take mine off.
Okay.
I would have probably switched to a respirator to save air.
I kept mine on just because we were climbing, but I could understand that. Maybe I'll take it off when we get back down.
I think I had my helmet off.
Still at altitude, is what you're saying.
When you, I would have, had I been thinking I should have made you guys roll another check when you got up to the top, but even at this valley, you're at altitude, so you need to roll a check if you're not wearing it.
I am also trying to save oxygen from my suit, so I wear one.
Also, those suits are powered, and you don't have any way to charge them.
Right.
Yeah, I have extended life support on mine, but I'm going to also, as a captain, I would make that same choice. If it's breathable, I would have taken off the back suit.
Yeah.
All right, so give me an endurance check.
Fail.
Well, tell me your number.
4.
You're fine.
Oh, okay. Great.
It's an easy check.
Awesome.
9.
Great.
7.
You're good, Swan.
Oh, 8.
You're good. Okay. Everyone's doing fine. The air is a little thinner, but you're okay. All right. So you head up north. You make.
Real quick, before we leave, I want to actually check what's left of the ship's locker. Make sure we have comms so we can talk back to the guys at home.
Great.
I also, this is probably going to require a science check. I would like to, while they were up there, have set up a 1 meter tall stick. And I know the diameter of the planet is at least probably big enough for 1G. And I want to calculate how much the sun moves in an hour to help calculate how long until dark and that sort of thing.
Check out Pythagoras over here with the big brain.
Give me a science check.
6 plus education 1, 7. If I can do intellect, it's an 8. But yeah.
It's daytime. No, I'm kidding. You get based on how the way the sun moves over the course of an hour, you would calculate somewhere in a 20 to 25 hour day.
Okay. So
12 hours of daylight. You think you're close to noon, so you think you probably have 6 hours.
This is a shockingly Earth-like planet.
It's a shockingly Earth-like planet, like all the planets on Star Trek.
Right? Yeah.
Right. So when they get back, at least we'll say I think we have about this much daylight.
That's 6 hours,
et cetera. Yeah.
Okay. You have comms. You're on comms with Trey and Plurn, though Plurn has turned hers off. Yes. And you make your way up across the fields and into the forest. These tall coniferous. Actually, a lot of they're mostly coniferous evergreens, all sides of you. No trail, like I said. You're bushwhacking, but it's not terrible. And you make your way up for about an hour, and the ground starts to slope up. And you have to feel the air start to thin. I need another endurance check for all of you. None of you are suffering from altitude sickness, so that's good. That's good news.
6.
Okay, you're fine.
8.
You're great.
I'm awesome.
9. I'm getting better.
Yeah.
Good.
7.
Also good. Marley, however, fails. So he's like, but he picks up a stick and he's hiking up behind. He's like a good 10 feet behind the rest of you, but he's trying to keep up.
Oh no.
Boy.
Okay.
Get him some coca leaves to chew on.
Just pass them back. All right. So yeah, you go for about another hour. So now you're about 2 hours in. And eventually the trees start to thin out and you emerge into what looks like a narrow pass. And it's more craggy rock faces on either side of the river. You've seen this from above, Pug and Willadine. The path has narrowed considerably, so you're probably going to be single file, sometimes even shimmying along the river's edge along the pass, but you can still walk it. You don't have to swim or climb. And you go probably another hour, widening, narrowing the path. And you emerge into another segment of the valley. And again, it's idyllic. Oh, I'm sorry. you can see that you kind of come to like a rocky section, so you can kind of climb up. You don't need to do a climb check. You're kind of like just kind of, hiking up a rocky area for about 50 meters or so, and then you emerge into this idyllic section of the valley. Lots of green, again, totally undisturbed by civilization. The river spreads out, runs up into this beautiful lake. Presumably its source. And the sunlight is shining off the lake and shimmering along the ripples. Everyone roll recon.
Oh.
Okay.
This must feel crazy too after 4 years being trapped on that station.
Yeah.
To
Like, this is
breathe
all we-
open
all we
air for
wanted.
the first time. Yeah.
Anything to add to that recon?
Your whatever characteristic you're going to make a case to apply to it.
10 for Pug.
Okay.
I got a 9, but I'd like to use my social as a recall knowledge of conversations that I've had with other explorers in the Academy and in the Imperial Navy about different planets.
About what?
Different planets.
I think Skin is trying to tell you that's very thin.
I know.
You're stretching
I got
the
it.
definition of
Fine.
this.
Fine. I got a 9.
Okay. 9.
I use my
Swan?
strength and I get a 10 and I punch the ground.
Punch the ground and feel how it reverberates.
Yeah.
Swan, how'd you do?
I only got a 6, so maybe Swan. Swan is still thinking about. We need to find shelter. She's not thinking about recon or something. I don't know.
Thinking about
Maybe
her next book.
maybe you're preoccupied with the idea of finding another foot.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe she's thinking what kind of. She has the science 3 in xenobiology, so maybe she's trying to. Maybe she's looking for species.
Fossils.
There could be
Yeah.
that they can possibly eat because they don't have any food. They have a little food left, right? But it's gonna run out.
Yeah, you're
gonna run.
probably just absorbed
We'll also
by the
need to test
local
this water.
wildlife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but I do have nutrient tabs.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, good.
All right. How'd Arthur do?
So if I'm using intellect, and I have a +1 on recon due to Varger senses, that would be an 8. So Varger senses have a minus if it's dark, because for some reason we don't see well in dark. So I guess my ears would be cocking.
So we do when I'm pretending to be a dog with my dog. I'm so
Which,
up to
I forgot the ears. So you told me about my pet,
Or they go back like a horse's ears, like you're upset and mad.
yeah. Someone's like,
Scared.
get down off that. Okay, all of you. Well, so Swan is preoccupied, and Marley is struggling to get up the rocks behind you. He's breathing hard. But in the foothills to the northwest, you see a kind of flat ridge up in the craggy mountains on their way up, and you see what looks like a herd of bipedal creatures. Anyone want to do a science check?
Of course.
I'd also allow you
this
an
is
animals
Swan's
check.
wheelhouse right here.
Yes.
If anyone wants to do an animals check, that's fine too.
I'm gonna do science.
Science, xenobiology would actually be what you need to roll.
Yeah.
Oh,
crushed it.
Okay.
+3. +2. It's 17 or something like that.
Yeah, that's
All
a
right.
crazy high roll.
Wow.
I got an 11.
Ridiculous. I'm like,
This is about where I was seeing them in my mind.
Yeah. So they are the large flightless bird-like creatures, and Swan, you recognize them, and actually Arthur, you recognize them as well. They're fairly they're not common, but they're present throughout the charted space. They're called Kian, K-I-A-N. They're flightless birds. Basically, think an ostrich, but with little T-Rex arms. They are covered not in feathers, but in fur, because they're actually mammals. And with your exceptional success, Swan, I will tell you that they are thought to have originated on Prilissa in the Spinward Marches, but that's not for certain. They're often used as riding animals and are even more agile than horses.
They're like chocobos.
And they're not good over long distances. Like they can't carry as much as horses, but they are rideable. And on some worlds, people eat them.
Oh boy.
Oh.
There's a
Okay,
bunch.
but they're not sentient. I mean, well, they're
I am
sentient, but
not
they're
interested.
they're not highly intelligent.
They're not highly intelligent. They're like
No.
They're like pets.
ostriches. Ostriches, but that can also be horses.
Okay, guys.
What?
I think we know what we have
There's
to
like,
do.
you'd think there's probably about 15 to 20 of them.
Oh.
A little herd. They're all like,
And none of them have like bridles or any tack on them. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's true. Belong to someone.
They look like tauntauns.
they are kind of like tauntauns. Yes.
You think they smell bad on the outside? Just wait.
Oh no.
You're
At least they
also
have sleeping arrangements now.
They make good sleeping.
Let's keep you warm until the yeah.
We'll get the shelter up.
You're all staring at the cayenne,
Yeah.
kind of marveling.
what-
Like you haven't seen this many animals in one. Like it's kind of beautiful. They're like
Yeah.
Jurassic
Yeah.
Park music is playing
Yeah.
yeah. Jurassic Park music plays.
ominously.
And then you start to notice the grass. You're kind of in like knee length, calf to knee length grass. Think like a Studio Ghibli field, and it starts to tremble, and then shiver, and then on all sides of you, surrounding you, out from the ground bursts these huge centipede-like creatures that are maybe like a meter and a half to 2 meters tall, and they start wriggling. They rear up and they start wriggling towards you.
Oh no.
Roll for initiative.
Oh,
Oh.
Let's
No,
see what
no.
initiative.
Oh no.
Rolling initiative is.
So you can do, let's talk about this. So first things first, I'm gonna need a tactics roll. You get a free tactics roll. Any of you can make this roll. Do any of you have tactics?
I have tactics naval.
So you can roll tactics 0 for this
Okay.
roll. So why don't you go ahead?
Okay, that's a 9. I guess I can't add anything to that. Yeah, 9.
You could do education.
So that's a 9.
Okay. So everyone gets a +1 on this roll.
Oh.
So you can
great.
roll either dexterity or intellect. You can either prepared of mind or prepared of body.
Okay.
All right. Everyone tell me what they got.
Pug got a 7.
Okay.
6.
All right. Swan got a 6. Arthur?
So with the +3 that I had, I got a 6.
All right. And Willadine?
9.
Okay. And I gotta roll. I forgot I gotta roll Marley. Marley's
Marley.
here.
Hey,
Okay.
Marley.
We also forgot.
What? My first thought was like, thank God my vac suit's got the little thing where I can pee in it, but I'm not wearing my vac suit anymore, so.
Oh no. Pee everywhere.
All right.
Your house broken.
With
Well,
his
Dog is pissing everywhere.
Oh my god.
with his
Feeling threatened.
with his altitude sickness, Marley rolls a 5. Okay. So Willadine, you get to act first. There are 7 of these creatures. We're gonna theater of the mind this, but it is they're on all sides of you. Just picture like giant centipedes, again, like a meter to 2 meters tall, so a meter and a half to 2 meters tall, so somewhere between like 5 to 8 feet. And they kind of, part of them is like crawling around the ground, and then they kind of lift up, and they're kind of up in the air, and they're coming out, and they have all these wriggly legs and giant mouths. They're like,
Okay, she is going to spin her rifle around, and I am going to shoot one of them in the maw with my Gauss rifle, which I made into a secure weapon, so I'm the only one who can use it because it reacts to my fingertips. And then also it has a suppressor on it, so I don't want to scare away these beautiful dumb birds.
okay. So you also, everybody give me a quick recon check.
Uh, 10.
Okay. With that, I'll tell you. So they are of different sizes. So there are kind of like 2 big ones, 2 medium ones, and 3 smaller ones. The smaller ones are still like 6 feet tall, but they're less scary. They're more like 5 feet tall.
Okay.
They're
How
less-
far away from us are they,
Yeah, are they
Oh.
reacting to the
generally
centipedes?
speaking?
I would say they're a decent pistol shot away.
Okay. Okay.
But are they reacting to these centipedes?
No, those are the centipedes.
No, I mean the birds. Are the birds reacting?
Oh, the birds when they burst from the ground, the birds are like "Meow, meow," and they start to kind of flock away. But they're a little bit up on a ridge, so they're a little bit isolated. So they start running around like chickens panicking.
Mammals.
All right, so you're gonna shoot. So which one do you want to? You want to shoot one of the large, medium, or small?
I'm gonna take down a large one.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead and give me a gun combat.
Yeah. What is my? Oh boy. How do I do it? Let me look up the Gauss rifle. Make sure I do this correctly.
So this would be a gun combat slug check,
Slug. Okay.
and it's an average check. So you got to hit an 8 or more. You're gonna add your dexterity and your gun combat skill.
Okay. Cool. And then the Gauss rifle does 4d damage if I hit. All
I want
right.
to also point out, Willadine, you also have leadership available to you. So at some point, you can spend a significant action to roll leadership to, again, give your team some boons, hopefully.
Okay. So next round I might do that after I at least try to get a shot off.
Great.
Ooh. Okay. Well, 8. That's a 10. With my dexterity, you said?
Yes.
That's a 10.
Okay, that is a
Nice.
hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. So that's 4d damage.
Okay.
Hopefully I roll high. Well, 11 points of damage.
Awesome.
Okay.
And it's +2, right, with the effect?
Oh.
Because you rolled a 10.
Oh, do I get 2 more points of damage?
Is the gun?
Any
The gun doesn't.
effects?
Yeah, you add the damage.
Uh,
So 13 points of damage.
yeah. Does that say
Okay.
that somewhere on the Gauss rifle?
It'll be
No,
under.
that's just generally. It's
This
just
is combat.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. You get off a shot. You hit one of the. You hit one of the big ones, and it's like. Okay. Pug, you are up.
All right, Pug slings up his super modified shotgun, his tech shotgun, which has a laser sight, is also suppressed, and it's got a gyro stabilizer, and it has a grenade launcher mount on it too.
Oh my
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
So he's like, and he's going to shoot a regular round at the one that Willadine just shot.
Nice.
Okay.
Take it down.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, that's an 8.
Okay. So you hit.
Okay. Regular damage. 11 points of damage.
Okay. All right, it is still up. All right, it is the first, one of the small ones' turn. So it's going to take a move. It's going to wriggle up towards Swan, and it is going to attempt to bite you.
Oh my god, I don't think so.
So you are now in melee with this guy,
Oh, great.
and it misses with a 6.
Yeah.
All right, the second
Nice.
one, also a small one, is going to wriggle up towards Marley and attempt to bite Marley and hit Marley. Ooh.
Oh no, we
Your
need
doctor.
Molly.
Oh no.
We need him.
Let me just write down Swan. Just gotta keep track of who everyone's going for. Okay, he hits Marley, and these are gonna be just 1, 2. He does 2 points of damage to Marley. Okay. How is Marley doing? Oh, Marley's through his endurance. And he's into his dex.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, the third one will roll up to Arthur, and 7 to hit misses, and then two of the medium-sized ones will come up on Pug, try to double team you. The first one will roll and miss. The second one will roll and miss. I rolled
Yes.
two 5s. Okay, and then the big one that you were shooting, Willadine, comes up to you. This one looks really scary. It's gonna come
Okay.
up and try to bite you with its giant gaping, and all you can see, it's like a lamprey mouth. It's like, okay, and it will hit.
Okay.
Okay. Oh. Okay. 5 points of damage.
Ooh.
Okay, and is there any reduction from?
Your armor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever your armor is, subtract that amount.
Okay. Wait. So protection +8.
Yeah, so no
So
damage.
you take no damage.
No damage. Okay.
Okay, and then the other warrior is gonna go after. Oh, who did that? Oh, he'll come after you too, Pug. Sorry.
Oh boy.
Just pull the shotgun on it. Crack die. Oh, okay. Yeah, it hits.
Okay.
It hits well. Okay, and then let's roll to see what the damage. 13 points of damage.
Okay, that exactly matches my total protection.
Okay,
Oh.
so you take no damage.
Oh, you take
Yeah,
one. Okay.
because I have a tech level, 12 hazardous vac suit, and I have subdermal armor. So
Okay. All right, Swan, you are up.
Oh my gosh. Wait, did you get a 6-2, Arthur? Or
Arthur. Yeah, you tied. If you want to
I
let
tied.
Arthur go first, that's also fine.
Oh, okay. I thought he had a higher dex than me. That's why. But I think our dexes are the same, right? It doesn't matter.
I was going off intellect. My dex sucks.
Okay. Basically, I'm in melee with this thing, right? Still.
Yeah, remember, there's no attack of opportunity, so you can disengage. That is an action.
So that would be my only action if I disengage, though.
No, that would be your minor action.
Oh,
Basically,
okay, that's
you
cool.
you can move and then then shoot if you want to move and shoot.
Yeah. So something that big is rearing up near you. Naturally, if it tries to strike you, you're going to move. So she definitely moves back as far as, especially because she's not sure she recognizes what this is exactly. I mean, she knows. Wait, no, I'll do that after. After
I'm
we
sorry.
kill it, she'll figure out what it is.
I'm completely wrong. There is an attack. If you try to move away, it does get an attempt to bite you.
That's what I was gonna. Okay, so I'm still in melee with this thing. This is not good. 'Cause I can't shoot it because it close range. Possibly.
Yeah, you can only use melee. You can try to hit it with your gun. You could use it like
Yeah.
you try to club it.
Actually, the weird thing is I don't know why she bought a tomahawk, so I guess I have one. Why I have one? I had a lot of money. I was like, I'm gonna buy what I want on this catalog. So maybe
Okay.
she just whips it out of her bag and she just comes across
right,
this space worm.
Roll a melee check. Tomahawk, I'm assuming would be blade, melee blade.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. 7.
Okay, that misses.
Yeah.
Okay, Arthur, you are up.
Okay. Couple questions. First, how many hours have we been walking?
You've been walking 2 hours and change.
Okay. And how many hours since I did my little detect thing when they were started up the mountain?
When they were started up, you're past your 3 hour.
Yeah, that was before we really left. Wasn't it?
We're 5. How many hours am I?
So it took. I think I said it took about 2 hours up, and then maybe an hour down since they repelled. So 3. So let's say we're 5 to 6 hours in.
Okay. Because it's 1 hour, 1 point per hour after 3. So that's what I was like.
Let's say
okay.
6. We'll say 6.
Okay. Cool. Now Arthur has no melee. He has no weapon fighting ability at all, except back while we were on the station together, and I was teaching Pug how to be a mechanic. He taught me some basics of fighting.
Yeah.
To teach me some skills
Connections
in fighting.
roll.
So I will go ahead and put this under unarmed. We were probably boxing or whatnot.
Always
You
sparring.
you get a claw attack as a Vargar, don't you?
I get a bite, which is natural.
Natural.
And
okay.
and here's the thing: I don't usually like to bite things until I know they're not poisonous.
Good
idea.
policy. Yeah.
So
Don't put that in your mouth. You don't know where it's been.
And actually, the next question is, do we have hiking sticks or anything?
Marley did.
Okay.
Would you like to roll luck to see if you too picked one up?
Yes, I would. And if I do, I would like to switch my 1 point from unarmed to bludgeon.
Okay,
Ooh.
go ahead.
6 on my luck.
All right, so you do not have a hiking stick. But you do have
Okay.
teeth and a bite.
I don't want to bite it until I know
Wants
it's
you to
not.
fight it so
It's like,
badly.
wait, it's got acid in its blood. I don't
I know.
Concentrated acid for blood.
Okay, so yes, I will throat punch a centipede in the throat, which is its whole body.
Okay.
Oh shit. 9.
Okay, you hit. Roll damage. I would say 1d plus your strength modifier.
I think a punch is a D3. I want to double check that. So I have an effect of 1, and I got a 6. So I think it's only 3 points for a punch. I mean,
You might be right.
check.
Yeah. So 4.
It's kind of cool that you punched it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty badass.
Yeah, really cool not having weapons.
Yeah, that's what all the cool people are doing.
All the cool kids are not taking weapons into fights. All right, why don't you report back, and we'll what if it's either 4 or 10 or 4 or 7. Okay, these are worth. Say. Okay. My keyboard just died, so I'm going to be keeping track of
Oh no.
this
No.
on paper and pencil.
Oh shit!
Okay.
It's a full D.
Oh, great.
Oh, great.
So
It's hidden actually under melee weapons, under unarmed. Like it's not where I would normally think it is.
so 7
unarmed.
points of damage.
Yep.
Great.
Nice.
Okay.
Punch.
All right. It is now
Oh no.
Marley's turn. Marley is going to disengage with the one that he was fighting with. It will roll to attack and miss. And
It
Marley
gets
will.
+2, I think, if you're disengaging.
It does. It rolled a 7 total. And then it will fire. He will fire off a round with his pistol and hit Marley.
Nice.
Okay. And actually, he has a decent effect on there. So it's going to be 8 points of damage. Okay, that's
Nice.
Go Marley.
Yeah.
All right, again, pencil and paper, my favorite. Okay, like the old days. Okay, it is now Willadine's turn.
Willadine.
All right. Willadine is taken. I love the Gauss rifle. She is just going to shoot again at the one that tried to attack her. Didn't do anything.
You're gonna have to move away if you want to fire off your rifle.
Oh, because it's right up in my face.
Yep, and risk.
The op attack. Or?
You know what? I am going to move away, but I'm not going to shoot. I'm going to move away and give my leadership as my bigger action.
All right, it will hit. It will hit you,
Okay. Well, hopefully my armor will take the damage.
and it will do not a ton of damage. 8 points of damage.
That is just as much armor as I have, so no damage.
Okay. Great. And you want to roll leadership?
Yep. I want to boost my team. Everybody's doing so well. Will that? Not +1 and yeah, 9. Can I add my social to it?
Sure.
10.
Okay, so these in combat, these are actually, or maybe I'm wrong, I may have been wrong with the whole thing, but the effect is equal to the number of bonuses you can give to any skill checks, including attack rolls. So you basically got 2. Anyone can take, you have 2 dice modifier +1s that anyone can take and apply, and then until they're used up.
Okay. So whenever
great.
we need them, I have 2. Somebody.
What do you say?
I say. Oh God, what do I say? I say. Remember when all we wanted to do was touch grass? Well, we're doing it, and we're not gonna let these big bugs stop us.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Really inspiring.
Pug, it is
Weirdest
your turn.
Patton over
captain.
here.
I'm a really weird captain.
Pug,
So
you're
that's
up.
my full action. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Pug is going to disengage and get about. He's going to take. There's two of them fighting him now, right?
All right, the big one misses. The little one, the medium one hits. There, one. Okay, 5 points of damage.
Okay, that's ignored. So he gets about 10 meters away, and he wheels around, cocks the grenade launcher underneath the barrel of his shotgun, thunk, fires. 15.
Ooh.
Okay, so yeah, that's going to
takes
be
its head
an
off?
effect plus 7.
Yeah, and this should get both of them.
Okay.
Okay. 28 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah. So you
Holy.
What?
you hit
What?
one. You hit one with the grenade. It explodes and just like explodes it in half. Its body goes flying in 2 parts. The other one, you said 28 points of damage.
Yeah.
All
This
right,
is horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The other one is still up. Oh no, that was this. Okay, I take it back. The other one is dead.
Yeah!
Okay.
Yes.
Whoa.
Boom!
Okay. Then it is the one menacing swan. It will come up to you and try to hit you. Ooh, boxcars.
What?
Yep. So then it will deal 6 points of damage.
Oh, good. I can take it.
Okay. Then one up menacing Marley will move up to Marley and attack. Oh, also a really good roll. Okay, but minimum damage. Okay, Marley is still pretty hurt though. Okay. Oh, you know what? No, he's got armor. He's good. Marley, that doesn't hurt him. Okay, then the one menacing Arthur will move up to Arthur. Or you didn't move, Arthur. You stayed in melee. Yep.
Throat punch.
And misses. And
nice.
then the one remaining big one will come up. Will like and come after Pug. Okay, that will hit exactly, and that will be 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay, then it is Swan's turn.
Okay. And am I still in melee with this thing?
Yes,
Oh my god.
it came back
Okay.
up. It chased you.
All right.
By the way, it's chasing you. As it chases you, chasing you back towards the rocky, kind of rocky
against
section. Yeah, so it's moving you back towards that. There you go. Ahead.
And I can't really shoot in close range, right? I don't know.
Yeah, you'd have to get away.
Unless you have a pistol.
I
You have a
do melee.
one-handed.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
pistols you can do in close combat.
Yeah, I could take my pistol out. Yeah, you know what? But she's also afraid. What if it explodes and like the blood is like acid or something?
Well, we've already killed.
We're probably covered in what's called wet shrapnel from the.
Yeah, from the explosion.
Oh.
Is it smoking?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've seen too many movies. Okay, you know what? She's literally gonna take out her medium handgun and just at it to keep it from advancing on her and pressing her against the.
All right, the centipede is going to use its reaction to parry. You can parry a pistol. So you're going to take a -1.
Okay.
It's going to try to it's going to try to hit the pistol with its head and try to knock it away. So you can take a -1 dice modifier to your attack.
I want to say I do have advanced wounding on this gun, so I have a +2, so it would be like a minus. Would it be a +1 instead of a +2? Is that how it works?
+1, yeah. Plus your gun combat, plus your dex.
Plus my gun. Well, okay. 8.
8, you hit. Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Awesome.
9. 10.
10 damage.
Nice.
Whoa.
Nice.
Okay, this was... 1. Okay, you kill it. This is one of the tiny ones. You basically like stick your pistol down its throat and kill it, and just like it collapses in front of you.
Holy shit.
Okay. Then it is Arthur's turn.
Okay. Has everybody fled? Am I like alone in a field with a bunch of remaining centipedes, or?
You've been kind of chased and spread out individually, but yeah, you're kind of isolated.
Okay. Cool. Then what I want to do is I want to punch this thing and then see if I can move back my remaining 6 meters that I can do as my move action.
Great
portion. 8.
You hit.
2. Just 2 damage.
2 damage. Okay. Whoa. All right.
He's like this.
Okay. It is Marley's turn. Marley is going to. He's going to stand his ground, point his pistol. He's going to be inspired by what Swan did and try to fight. The monster will parry. He hits regardless and does enough damage to kill this guy.
Nice.
Okay. He's like, and just blows out the. Okay. We are back to Willadine. Your turn.
Okay, I would like to. I spin around, looking around, like everything is happening so fast. You know, Pug kills 2, and Swan kills 1. And I'm like, and I would like to shoot at the one that is attacking Arthur and up in Arthur's face.
Okay.
All right, so
Arthur would appreciate that.
Don't miss.
Well. Okay, that's okay. 6, 7, 9.
Okay, you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, that's
Plus 1 for your effect.
4D. Oh, I completely forgot about my leadership too. You guys had that, and I forgot.
Well, everyone's hit so far, I think. After you rolled, they were so inspired they didn't even need your leadership.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we weren't listening.
15. Plus 1 from my 9.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, so 13.
Okay. The one menacing Arthur, you said.
Yes.
Okay, so Arthur, you're just like punching this thing in the face, and then Willadine lowers her Gauss rifle and just like poof, and just like blows it away from you.
Awesome.
Okay, that one is dead.
Thanks, Cap.
Pug, it is your turn. There are 2 of them still up. There's one big one, one small one.
And the other one, there's one on me and there's one on Swan. Is that right?
When I lost my ability to type, I lost my ability to take notes. There's one on you, and then there's one on. No, there's not one on Arthur. Marley killed his. Yeah, I believe it's the one on.
I think it's on Swan.
I think it's on Swan.
Yeah. Okay. So he's just gonna like kind of fend off the one that is on him. He's not gonna move away. Instead, he's gonna like kind of fend it off with one hand, aim with the shotgun at the other one that's on Swan, and take an aimed shot. +1 there. You want to give me another +1, Captain?
You can have both of them. I mean, nobody has used them. You could take both leaderships.
I'll just take 1.
Okay.
Just take 1. Oh, man.
Do you want the
18.
other one?
That's
Oh
18
my
to
God.
hit.
All right,
don't even need it.
Don't even bother to roll damage. You obliterate the Swan,
Yes.
menacing Swan. You're just like poof, and just like obliterate it.
Oh my gosh.
It is the one big one's turn. Is going to come after you, Pug, and try to bite you and hit. Now let's roll damage. Okay, I might actually do a little damage to you this time. 14 points of damage.
Yes, one point gets through.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. It is Willadine. It is your turn. Oh, sorry. It is Swan. Your turn.
And so I obliterated 1, and so she's just standing there, and she's covered in whatever. I guess that the bullet, the advanced wounding type bullets, they sort of go in and they mushroom like this. So maybe it just flew out into space, or it exploded. I mean, I can't really tell what it would do. Like physics-wise, what would it do? I don't know. But anyway, she's going
to... It's dead, yeah.
It's dead. So there's one that's attacking Arthur. That's left, right?
Everything's dead except for the one attacking. Oh yeah, no, just the one attacking Pug. Is the only thing left.
Attacking
The big one.
Pug. That's what I meant. I was looking at the kid when I said that.
He's only been hit a little bit, I believe. So.
All right. So we're assuming that anything that we shoot at this thing is not going to hit Pug, or we.
Yeah, no, you're good. You feel good. Yeah.
Okay, so she's going to turn her. She has her gun in her hand already. You know what? It just makes sense for her to keep it, and she's just gonna aim it. And on this gun, it's an intelligent weapon. So there's a computer on it that has sight, like it can zone in, but it's just slow. I don't know what that means for combat. It's slower because of it, and she's just gonna aim and fire.
Well, aiming is an action. So it's a minor action. So if you do that, you give yourself a dice modifier +1. Take a +1 because you don't have to move.
I got 9.
9. Okay, you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, good. And this is cool because I get plus. I wonder if I can't add animals, right? I wouldn't know them that well.
No.
I'm adding anything, but can I
Stop
add shoes?
Stop it. Stop it.
Can
Roll your damage and add 1 for your effect.
4. Oh, 5.
5 damage.
6.
Nice.
6.
6
Yes.
damage.
6.
Okay.
Little
All right.
pluses matter. Pluses matter.
It is now Arthur's turn.
Come on, Arthur. Fight it.
We've only got one left, right?
One left. One big one.
Okay, and who is it attacking?
Pug.
Me.
Bug. Okay. I will. How is Marley doing?
he's very hurt.
Okay.
He's about. If you had to put a number on it, you'd say he's about 4 points away from being unconscious.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I am useless at a fight, and the only thing I could really do is get in the way of all the bullets and grenades flying right now. So my idea of jumping on this thing and grappling it, probably not a good idea while they're shooting it.
I mean,
Get off of
who's to
it. What are you
say?
doing?
Oh, dang it. I don't even have medic here.
You could roll it at a -3. I'm sure it won't hurt him.
I'm not the one you want to do that.
No, I'm all right.
Are
He's
there
bleeding profusely.
Are there any rocks around here? I will throw a rock at the damn thing if I
you
have
could grab
to.
if you got backed up against the kind of rocky passage, so you could grab a small rock and try to throw it.
Yeah, throw a rock
Nice.
at it.
Yeah. So it's this athletics dex strength? What is this?
You got me flipping through the rulebook.
I like this.
Don't worry about it unless you want to look it up for academic reasons. I rolled a 4.
Okay.
I have no pluses for dex or strength. I also don't have athletics, so I just
Did the weapon just have any pluses?
It was a purely academic question.
I have a fist.
What kind of weapon is this? Is it a stick
right.
with a ball attached to the end of it?
Now
that would have been better.
and to do
rock.
psionic combat, I have to roll a 14. So
Oh wow.
Whoa.
it's horrific, but it's too difficult for me to do, especially considering I've got a minus right now.
Yeah.
All right, Marley is going to fire at the centipede menacing Pug as well. He is going to aim to give himself a +1 and miss. Even so. So it is now Willadine's turn. Willadine.
Come on, Willadine.
Still with the rifle. I still have it up. I'm going to aim to gain another +1. And I'm going to try to shoot the one at Pug. Not at Pug. Shoot
The one bullet.
the one.
Pug.
the
near
one near
Pug.
Pug.
Shoot through Pug and hit the monster.
I have to clarify. I say, Pug, I learned how to do this from a movie. I could have bend the bullet. Wanted. It was the only movie on the stage.
We all watched it like every week.
Every week we watched it. 12 to hit with the plus.
Okay, you hit and add +4 for your effect.
It gets. Wow. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 18.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I think that was my best one.
Gauss
right.
rifle's badass.
Yeah, it really is. It's still not dead?
Pug, it is still not dead.
Oh my god.
All right. Pug, with a minor action, is going to sort of, boom, like kick himself off away from this creature, incurring.
Okay, it hits for 10 points of damage.
Okay, he's fine. Bounces off of his hide / suit. And he's going to take that last +1, the bonus. And yeah, that'll be good. That is an 11 to hit.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. +3 on your effect.
Okay. 16 points of damage.
Okay. So you kick off its like carapace and you launch back and you fire off your shotgun and you just boom and you just blast a big hole in it and it falls.
Yes! Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
Death to the giant
goodness.
centipedes.
The
We did it.
The cayenne up on the outcropping are like all the gunshots. They've never heard a gunshot in their entire lives.
Oh my god.
I love it. How many did we kill? We killed 4,
7.
right?
7.
7? Oh, we killed 7.
Everybody roll recon.
Okay.
Terrible.
Oh, horrendous.
6.
I don't have to read.
Okay.
7. Oh
Luckily-
wait, can I? No.
Luckily, Marley rolled exceptionally well.
Say 7. Oh, terrible.
Marley rolled an 11 with his education of 12. And he's like, and he points in the direction of the lake, and you see these furrows in the ground, be like, poof, like they're coming, something is burrowing towards you. And by something, I mean about, 12 more somethings.
Oh.
Oh!
And then the one of the largest ones that you killed, the one that wasn't blasted in half, the one you just killed actually, Pug, it's like, "Argh!"
No.
and
what,
gets
what?
up. It has the tough trait, which is a delightful little trait. These animals are unusually resilient. They take reduced damage, and when disabled or killed, there is a chance that the creature will rally and continue the fight. 1d rounds after the creature goes down, the referee should roll 2d. On 8+, the creature regains a quarter of its normal hits and continues to act as normal.
Oh my god.
These are like.
To the rocks.
Yeah, run away.
Yeah. Run like
Snipe them
Atreides.
from the rocks.
Yeah, let's
I don't
get
know.
off the
All right.
ground.
So you
I've already started.
scramble back to the rocks, and you're like kind of climbing up over them, and you notice the furrows they all stop at the rocks. Like these creatures won't come on the rocks. They prefer to be places where they can burrow.
Okay.
And
I've seen trimmers.
thrashing their bodies okay, you feel like you're safe as long as you don't get close to them.
Aren't they heading
the
for the
heck?
ship right now? Don't we have people on the ship?
I would also like to calm the ship, like, hey guys, so
You're stuck there forever.
there's nasty worm monsters that are as tough as hell that are burrowing through the dirt. So you probably want to stay on the rocks or in the ship. Do not walk on the dirt. There's nasty burrow monsters. Maybe you can see them furrowing. Just let you know. FYI.
I know what we should do. Swamp.
Yeah.
You're trained in animals. I know that you've worked with so many before.
Yes.
I think
pretty
we
much.
should call the birds over to distract the centipedes and have them attack the birds so we can make a run for it.
It's not Aquaman.
You feel like you could run back to the ship. Like you could get back to the ship without.
We have
having-
to get back there.
Okay.
If we get back to the ship, what if we got a bird? Just hear me out. Fill it with some explosives.
Send it in.
Arthur!
But Centipede wants to hunt. Centipede doesn't want to be fed. Whatever. No, we stake it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good idea, but I just think it might be time consuming and maybe it wouldn't.
Come on, C4 chickens.
I think the
C4
captain.
chickens. C4 Chickens has always been Arthur's dream. He talks about it non-stop on the station.
Because then it's like food rains from the sky.
The sun has started to dip toward the horizon.
We got to get back to the.
Yeah, let's
It's
get
our only
back,
shelter.
back to the ship.
We've not made any shelter anywhere else.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think the captain might be onto
Marines,
something.
we are leaving.
We are leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hike-
Unless
there-
someone has a
everybody's
tent.
But you leave them behind and you hike back to the ship.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like you get back and Trey has she's prepared dinner for all of you, but and she's hunkered down on the wreckage of the galley on the ship. So it's buried somewhat in the ground, so you're kind of at an angle.
Yeah.
And the viewport is cracked. There's still you see the patch that you guys put on there when the part of the bulk had disappeared, but you're kind of sitting at the table and you're like, oh, what are we gonna do? Did you find anybody? Did you find any help?
She didn't see them or hear the monsters burrowing. She didn't hear or see any of that. No.
It was
That was
pretty
really far away. That's like a 3-hour trip away, so they probably
Alright.
didn't hear anything.
Oh, so we know that somebody has to have populated the planet by the chicken things here. So somebody had to have
Yeah,
brought.
someone visited, but it could have been ancients.
Wait, why do we know that would have
Because
been
I
the
don't
case?
think they can build their own starship.
Yeah, they're found on multiple planets, so they had to have been brought here.
But what if
Yeah.
what if their origin was? Do we know their origin planet?
Off in the spinward marches.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
there's no way it would be this one. Okay.
Based on Alicia's role, you knew that
Oh.
they are thought, not confirmed, but thought to have originated on a planet in the Spinward Marches.
Got it.
So,
Okay.
Okay.
So,
So, go
at
ahead.
some point, people were here. At some point,
Yeah,
could have been 10,000 years ago, but
yeah.
I say we. I would also like to check the ship's locker and get a ship's cutlass, a flare gun, and a snub pistol or chainsaw, something.
Chainsaw, something.
But we know something was here.
I think our best bet is to shoot those things from the rocks, and we'll go better prepared.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Were there fish in the stream, Matthew?
Yeah, you saw fish in the stream. You didn't really take a close look, but you saw them kind of swimming.
Well, at least we won't starve. We shouldn't starve. There's plenty of game.
I was thinking if we could craft a net, out of an old cargo net or something, grab some fish, use those as bait, with or without C4, and then just
My wife calls that hillbilly fishing.
Hillbilly.
start blasting away when the worms come up to eat some fish.
Yeah.
Trey takes this opportunity to say, that's short term. I'm thinking long term. What happens if they don't find us for a little while? There's something I should tell you. I'm not supposed to know this, but the captain had a side hustle. And she will adjourn to the captain's quarters, the wreckage of the captain's quarters, and she opens up his desk. And he has these trays and trays. He has a refrigerated desk or climate controlled drawer. And there are these trays and trays of seeds for plant life from all different worlds.
Oh,
And
what?
as a side hustle, he would sell
How
them.
long are we meant to be here?
Wait,
Yeah.
Trey, I'm sorry. You seem to think that we're going to colonize this here planet.
Where else are we gonna go?
Back where we were headed. That's what we intended to.
Home.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
if this planet is inhabited or people have been here before, what makes you think that we won't be found?
I have to prepare for the worst.
There's no anagathics in there, is there? It's 500 years later. We're all still the same age. No, dang. Well, I take Trey. Why don't we? I don't know. Give it a week before we start farming.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
this
okay.
is nice that we have it, but
She puts them back. She puts them back into the drawer. I'm just saying.
If we start planting seeds, that means we're tilling fields, and this planet has got graboids, and they probably we want to make sure why don't we move somewhere where there's no graboids before we just start?
yeah, Yeah. We don't want to be grabbed by graboids while we're trying to farm.
Oh.
Okay, up to you guys. Well, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna sleep on the ship?
I mean, that's what we have right now.
We'll put tents on top of the hull, and we'll sleep under the stars, which we can't wait to see. By the way,
Yes.
after it gets dark.
Yeah, I would like to sleep somewhere where I could where something couldn't crawl up, like maybe in a room where I could lock the door.
Great. All right. Night falls. Would you like to attempt
Spikes.
to spikes, doors, something? Would you like to attempt your astrogation check to see where
Yes.
you are?
Yes.
Or as I said, the planet has not been able to get the computer any power up to the planet. So this is going to be a straight astrogation. It's going to be a tough roll. You're going to take a penalty to it. I'm going to tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is after you tell me your roll.
Okay, astrogation.
Astrogation.
I do have that.
Would you like to task chain this to try to give yourself
chain.
a...
Task chain?
Yeah, so who has the highest astrogation?
I have 1.
I have a 1. Once you add my intellect, it gives me a total +3.
Okay, so you have
But-
you have the highest.
I also have astronomy, if that would help. Of 1, and cosmology of 2. I don't know if that would do anything, but I can
that's okay.
maybe try my astronomy. And
I would, if you want to roll astronomy, and you can task chain it to an eventual astrogation check to try to locate yourselves if you want. So, Willadine, what's your astrogation?
Just 1.
And with your intellect?
Just 1.
What about your education?
1.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, you could also do the other way if you want to. You want to roll astrogation to aid Arthur's astrogation roll since he has the higher modifier.
Yeah, I'll roll to aid you.
Okay, great. Anybody else have anything they think could be an applicable skill?
Survival.
Oh, I'll let you roll survival based to or science. I'll let you roll science to be like trying to look at the plant life and the flora and the fauna and to guess.
Because a science 0, which she would have. She has science 0 and everything.
Yeah.
She doesn't already have points in. Would include astronomy. So.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah.
So it would be like an education or intellect bonus she could add.
Yeah,
so-
they do a field research and stuff like that.
Or could you do she could do her like an animal, like a xenobiology to just get a sort of a general region of space
true.
that this like collection of
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you
xenomorphs could
xeno-
exist in.
Maybe I can tell from the types of animals that are here where we could
Yeah, we're
possibly
generally
be.
like we could be. Yeah.
All right. So yeah,
Okay.
let's start with that. Alicia, you roll your xenobiology.
Okay. Hopefully good one. I can use my education right and then also add my...
Yep.
Yeah.
This should be good. Oh. 12.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sydney,
Yes.
you are going to get a +2 to your roll.
Okay. So I rolled an 8 plus 1 for my astrogation, 9. So that's an 11 total.
Okay. Seth, you are going to get a +2 to your roll.
Okay, so that's a 9 plus intellect is an 11 plus the astrogation is 12 plus the 2 is a 14.
Huge.
Okay. This was a formidable check.
Yeah.
So you spend the whole night studying the stars, staring up at them, and maybe Swan is like, oh, well, this was, I don't really see this kind of thing over in this section, and she's kind of narrowing it down, and then Willadine, you recognize, you're like, oh, I think maybe this pattern, and this is all feeding in. All right, with a 14, you're still in the Great Rift.
Okay.
You are in the Void 8 subsector.
Oh.
Okay.
You are more than a jump 6 trip away from any populated world. in
We
any
went
in any
further?
direction.
Where did we thought a jump and then...
And Arthur, you're just like, we're even more remote than we were. And you don't remember
Void.
this planet on any star chart you've ever looked at. Like,
Wait,
you recognize the
we're
sector.
in the Void 8 subsector?
Yes.
Oh no.
There's literally nothing.
Yeah.
And you come back to tell you the next morning you're all like Trey's getting breakfast ready for you, and you're like you're walking back over to them, realizing what you're about to have to tell them. And you look up, and they all look up, and they're like, "What did you think about anything?"
Yeah, did anything?
And from there, we fade to black.
Oh.
And then light comes up, and a cayenne lifts its head and looks up at the sky from its pen. And there's a few other cayenne on the ground, just like hunting and pecking, looking around for insects. And this first cayenne like casts its gaze across now the wreckage of the ship, still half buried in the earth, but it's started to become kind of like succumb to the process of becoming part of the landscape. And vines have kind of crept over the fuselage. If you look closely, trees have even started to sprout kind of through the cracks in the hull.
How long have we been asleep?
On the far side of the wreckage, the cayenne still casting its gaze that way. You see a small field of crops has been carefully curated.
Oh my God.
And it's
Stop it, Matthew.
just about time for the harvest. And the stalks of these crops are reaching toward the impossibly beautiful sky. And between that is on the far side of that is the river, and along the river's edge is this expansive penned-in gardens. And if you know your plants, you'd recognize soybeans and different varieties of tubers and other root vegetables. And the cayenne often opens its mouth and unleashes its throaty call, and a bunch of the other birds in the pen are like wah, 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 and just like keep looking for their insects. And then a distant but still sonorous crack sounds from up above, and the cayenne startle, and they're like, wah, 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 and they just start running around. And one by one, each of you, from around this area, look up at the sky, and you see a quite alarming sight. Because you see what looks like a spacecraft on fire streaking across the sky like a missile, hurtling for the ground, bucking against its descent. It's distant, but it's headed your way, and it zooms high above your heads, heading southwest. And even though it's pretty far up in the atmosphere, you're able to see it kind of break apart. Like it just kind of snaps almost in half as it falls, and it disappears beyond the southern mountain. And before you even have time to react, another sonic boom sounds, this one closer. And you pulls your attention back to the sky, and you see another spacecraft hurtling towards the ground. And this one seems to have a little bit more control over its descent, but it's still falling. And you see it start to pitch up and steer itself almost, and it clears the mountain range to the north and kind of cruise falls directly over your heads down where the waterfall would lead to the south. And you hear the muffled, distant crash of it making contact with the ground. And if this were a movie, words would fly up on the lower third of the screen, and it would say 8 years later.
Oh, shit.
Man.
And we'll see you next week.
Oh, you bastard.
I can't believe you've done this.
Maybe I have asked her out by now.
Yeah.
Today was the day. Today was the day.
Vargers running around.
Oh my God.
Oh, so
wait.
another Vargas steps out like, damn it, competition. I still miss my chance.
Please let there be puppy Vargers running around. Oh my God.
Oh my
So the
God.
other one is like, just little puppy Vargas.
I stole one. It's my pet now.
Oh my God. She hasn't learned anything in the 8 years.
Just waiting for her chance.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.